Hi guys, I wanted to do sort of a little update video about lenses and just, in general advice about investing in lenses, what kind of lenses maybe you should get, especially if you're starting out and not really sure, about, what different lenses do and, what you should basically spend your money on. And this is going to be more though applied to videography or filmmaking. So for photography, I'm going to talk about briefly certain things for the photography, but again, this is more for videographers. So anyways, here I have a bunch of lenses that are, so this is like the main lenses in my collection. Not all of them, but these are sort of lenses that I would say that I've sort of collected over the years. I've had other lenses over the years too that I sold, just didn't find them, as useful. So these are my oldest lenses. These are the Nikon manual lenses. These are basically Nikon mount lenses. And they're all fully manual, and these are still photography lenses, but the cool thing is they're fully manual, so they can be used greatly for filmmaking, and they also just have a really nice aesthetic when it comes to the optics and the crystals in it. So these are old lenses, and I've had these for maybe 12 years now, maybe longer. Some of them I bought them at different times, but again, these are old lenses not being produced anymore, so you'll have to get these, you'll have to look at your, any used camera kind of camera stores, or for example, you can find them sometimes on eBay. If you just look around and you see somebody putting it up for sale, I would say grab it. They're a great set of lenses. So that's the Nikon ones. These are my collection of Cine lenses. These are all Canon EF mount lenses, and again, I'll get into what these are good for. And then these are just the standard Canon EF lenses. That are fully automatic. And then here's one which is a Panasonic Lumix Vario lens, which is a micro four thirds lens. And let me start off maybe with this one. The reason why I have this lens is because my main go-to camera, and when I say by that, is sort of a camera that I own and I usually take with me if I'm traveling somewhere, if I'm doing location scouting and I want to test out different angles, things like that. It's the Panasonic GH4, and because that's my main camera, that's not necessarily the camera that I always film on. A lot of times people get confused because I own maybe too many cameras than I really should, but I also rent a lot of cameras depending on the job. So sometimes we might end up renting the Sony FS7 or Red Epic, things like that, depending on what the project is. But that's only for those days when I'm actually shooting those jobs. Otherwise, my go-to camera, like I said, is Panasonic GH4. So because of that, I own some, native Panasonic GH4 lenses. And that will, I would say, first question you got to ask yourself before you get into lenses is, what's your camera? What is your go-to camera? Again, you might own 2 or 3 cameras, but you sort of should pick the one camera that's like your main camera that you're going to use the